All right, there we go. Hello everyone, how's it going? Team here, and this is BxJS livestream. And today we are going to be taking a view at, we're going to be taking a look at the new Vue.js. So the Vue.js version 3.0 release candidate is out now. It's actually RC4 already, so there's been quite active in releasing the patches to it basically. And I'm really curious to see as to, what has changed, what has improved, what are the features were added, and so on and so forth. So I thought, let's just jump in and give it a shot and try to build something and see how all of that stuff works out. Because the Vue itself is not the only thing that was improved. There's a bunch of new tooling around it that was also introduced, or will be introduced, I guess, with the release of version 3.0. So I'm very curious to see what it all is and how it works together. Hey Wise, welcome to the stream. Hey Kepler, welcome to the stream. All right, so as suggested on our Discord server, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the Vue.js, I'm going to be taking the Discord.js, which is the Discord API library, taking the client-side version of it, so there's actually the browser version of that library that works, well, purely in the browser, and we're going to be building a basic, I guess, playground for Discord bots right in the browser using Vue.js, right? So I think this is the plan for today's stream. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Your beard keeps getting better and better. Thank you. Actually, I'm probably going to be forced to shave today because it's just, it gets annoying. Like there's this phase when it grows and you don't feel anything, then it gets really annoying. And if you're over that, it gets okay again, but that's like a few weeks of pain and annoyance. So I almost never get through that. I just shave it off. But anyhow, so yes, it's not beta anymore. It's release candidate, which means that we're going to see the final version in the next couple of weeks probably. But it is still not completely released anyway. Right, so how do we install it? Like obviously the one way is to use the Vue CLI, which is the old way, so there's probably Vue Next or whatever. But there is this tool called Vite, which is created by the same guy who built the Vue, and he's been tweeting about it quite a lot, and it looks pretty damn interesting. So it's a rollup based tool that basically aims to be super fast, super nice, give you hot model reloading and all that kind of stuff, and even TypeScript support. So we might as well go with that and do some TypeScript stuff. But yeah, so I was thinking maybe we just go with that. It's kind of a next generation command line for Vue. I don't know if it actually does support any other things. Hey Hamza, welcome to the stream. Let me just double check. So this is opinionated web dev build tool that serves your code via native ES module imports during dev and bundles. Okay, so basically the gist is that it serves everything in dev mode as basic ES module with imports, so the browser does everything. And then if you release to production, it uses rollup to build the bundle, which is a really neat approach, by the way. I was very curious to see if you could just import, because just to give you some background, one of the ways I was using the Vue 2 at least is when we needed to build a small-ish demo, and I didn't want to spend time setting up the framework, setting up the command line tools. That was pre-Next, Nuxt, and all, the super easy ones. So what I did is usually just create an HTML, throw in the script tag with Vue, and then just write everything in index.js, and you're basically done, right? Or for smaller one-page demos, it works really well. And I was curious, you probably could do the same with the Vue, right? So since Vite requires native AS module imports, okay. So, and it can work with React. That's pretty neat. But as far as I know, React still doesn't have the export, like ES exports, right? So there's still this package that polyfills that essentially, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, so we can do the Vite thing. npm init Vite app. Okay, let's go with that. So how do we call it? Vue 3 Discord Playground, something like this. Let's call it Vue Discord. Okay, let's just call it Vue Discord Playground because that is too many things in there. All right, that should init our Vite app. Okay, go in there. So what do we have here? I'm gonna fire up the code here right away. That is too big. Please dock over here. Increase the size of it a bit. There we go. All right, so what do we get out of the box? We get, let's go version 1, dev white builds. Okay, Vue. Okay, so it automatically defaults to Vue.js, which is great. We got Vue compilers of C, whatever that package is. One of the cool things of the Vue 3 that I've seen is the fact that they've essentially, maybe this is the one, but they split the Vue into sub packages. So I don't think it's the one actually, but they now give you a way to create your own custom render and use Vue within any other Vue. Yeah, okay, Vue runtime core. So you can basically create renderer API and then use Vue render from literally any framework. I already seen people tap it into the React, into Svelte, into whatever you imagine, basically. Even, server-side rendering is super easy to do with this thing, basically. Which looks really fun. I don't think we're going to touch it today, but this is just really neat little thing that I just wanted to highlight real quick. All right, so we did that. I guess I should do npm install. Right. I have to be honest, Tim, I'm starting to like Vue more than React. That's totally fair. I mean, Vue is a great little framework. I can see how you could prefer it over React. I still prefer React more purely because it leans towards the functional programming more than, Vue is not really functional, right? And it has this, my biggest gripe with it, I guess, is that you have to learn the templating language, and there's, stuff like conditional rendering, loops, lists, and all that stuff. You have to remember all the Vue aliases, which is not a bad thing. It's just you have to remember that, right? With React, the majority of time, it's super straightforward, and you just write JavaScript. But yeah, Vue is great framework, so I will not argue with that. All right, so we did npm install, npm run dev. I guess that should... okay, so it does not open the browser, which is perfectly fine. Oh, cool, it even gives you the IP address of the VM if you have any. Okay, so we got our Vue thing here. Cool, so that works. Let's see, so the index.js is our white app. You know what, I'm not gonna even touch that right now because it doesn't matter. So what do we have? Public is our fav icon. We got index, which is... All right, so this is just the Vue bootstrap. App Vue index CSS. That's great. Okay, we got CSS. There's some basic stuff here. App Vue component. I don't have... Wait, I thought I had some Vue extension. Okay. Let me fix that because I don't have any Vue highlighting. Which one should I install? Vue VS Code snippets. Oh yeah, there we go. It's just not installed in a VSL. All right, that should fix it. Come on. Still in React camp as well. So I have to admit I haven't tried making anything with Vue yet. Definitely try it. I mean, you might like it more than React because some people like, React approach more. Some people like Vue approach more. Some people like Angular. It's totally fair. Vue is amazing for, as I said, like the small-ish apps where you basically, at least that's the way it worked for me, right? So you create like a literally index HTML, you import the Vue as a script tag, and you're done. Like, I'm assuming you could do the same with, the ES import, so you probably could use unpkg or something like this to just import that stuff here. The only problem is obviously you won't get the .vue compilation if you don't have any bundler or anything like that, but that is still pretty nice. Just like Svelte, the template things make me do this phase. Well, I mean, it's just something you have to learn, all right? It's like additional language, basically. And like both Vue and Svelte are really nice, and it's just, the question of the picking the technology, I guess, for the project. But Vue have any API client service generator? That is, I don't know, chats. Does anyone know that? Because I've not used Vue on any like large and complex projects, so I cannot answer that question. My guess is yes, because the Vue is maybe not as popular as React, but it still has a pretty large community. No, but Vuex is just the storage, right? So Vuex, if I remember correctly, it's just the state management thing. It's basically Redux, but for Vue. Yeah, state management pattern plus library. There you go. So that's not exactly what Rodrigo is asking. I'm guessing there's probably some tool that does this because Vue is really popular. Like not React popular, but still really, really close. Okay, anyhow, I was looking at what? I was looking here. We got some components. Nice thing is, okay, so you still have to define components here. That is fair. Why is my chat not scrolling automatically? That's annoying. All right, so we got this, we got the components, we got some assets. That's fine. All right, seems straightforward enough. So let me just stop that. What is wrong with the chat? Come on, scroll. Next.js. Next.js is, I mean, again, it doesn't really generate the service for you, right? The API. It just generates the routing and like Next.js-like stuff, basically. So we want Discord.js. Discord.js. So as I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm basically going to be building sort of a playground for Discord.js that is going to work purely in the browser. And we're going to see how all of that plays out. I'm not sure that's like, I'm not even sure if that's going to work, but we're going to try anyway. All right, so we got our app. Let's just try it here. So we can import Discord from Discord.js. I believe there is a build for or was it just the browser or something? I think it was like something like Discord.js/browser. There you go. There's my a playground. What features do you have in mind? Well, my idea is just to basically provide a way to interact with the Discord client and do whatever the hell you want, and maybe list messages from Discord or something like this. We'll see how far can we get today. Let's first try to make it work, okay? Hey W3, welcome to the stream. Yes, you are on YouTube indeed. It's not that hard to get here these days, you know? All right, npm run dev. Let us start this thing. Here's the question. Will it work? No, it won't, because dependency Discord.js is attempting to import node built-in module util. Okay, I guess I am importing the wrong thing. So let us see. There was a docs somewhere on the web version. The question is, where the hell are they here? Node topics? Start with no plan, let's go. Yeah, that's basically my plan for every stream. Like, hey, I have a very vague idea of what we will do. All right, so it is Discord/browser, but it doesn't seem to be working. All right, other than that, there's a Webpack branch. Okay, do we have a Webpack? So Discord, so there's a Webpack folder. Oh yeah, there's a Discord min.js. Okay, cool. So we can try to import that again. Webpack Discord min.js. I assume that's gonna work. Best thing comes from no planning anything. That's... I mean, it depends on what you're trying to achieve, right? All right, so this one is... Okay, it still tries to import the built-in util module. Okay. I guess this is not what we want, which is a bit disappointing. So how the hell do I mean, I guess we can just use the Webpack. Wait. They had the Webpack branch here. I guess we can just download it and throw it in there, which is a bit silly. But wait a second. Can't I just do that? Wait a second. No, we need the raw version, right? So we go Discord stable. There we go. And we go raw. And I should be able to just import it from this URL, right? Discord, what are you doing? Okay, question, does that work? Pre-building, yeah, no, okay. No, it still imports the util, which is a node module. Okay, so this does not work. Huh. I mean, I guess we could... Okay, so it says that we can change that by... Let's try that. So it says optimize depths, allow node built-ins, invite config.js. We do not really have invite config.js. I'm gonna try to create that. So I guess this is the roll-up thing, and we need to basically tell it to... nope. No, that's... Okay, so white config.js, I assume it wants module, or I guess export default, maybe? Optimize depths, allow node built-ins true. Is that what you want? Question? They're gonna work right now? No? Okay, yes, we get different error right now. So what is the error here? Allow includes is not a function. Oh, okay. Right. So I guess let's see how do you go with white config module exports. Okay, so it expects module exports. I guess let's try that. Is that what you want, or am I missing some properties? Like it seems like it should work. Maybe it was because it was the no, still fails. And using super XP programming, it's almost the same. What is super XP programming? What is that? Allow list includes is not a function. I mean, I know what you mean, but I don't even want to override that, right? So the config file below. Blah blah blah. White config my config alias transforms plugins. Okay. Right. I mean, sure. Let's specify includes, and there you go. Just have an empty list, right? Are you happy now, or we? I assume that should work, right? No, that doesn't work anyway. Allow list includes is not a function. I thought I defined it, but I guess I didn't. Okay, you know what? That is too annoying. So what I'm gonna try, I don't really want to set up the whole server just to use the Discord. Okay, where's the official docs again? Let's have a look at the. What do they say here? Voice. Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't care about voice here. Webpack file, webpack branch, mean, require Discord. Okay. I mean, we could just include it as a script tag, of course, but like we have a build process set up, so why doesn't it work? And why does it, so here's the question, why does it thing, so those are minified, is there an unminified version of that? Let me think. Code, node modules, Discord. So what I'm thinking is basically since it has the, okay, this is minified. Since it has the browser version, right? Yeah, let's just go that. Since it, whoa, no. Just dock it to the side. So since it has the browser version, which is probably defined in package.json, commits, blah, 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 exports. There we go. So there is import ESM Discord MJS. Okay, so they have this ESM version. That's, I assume this actually uses the whole thing, and all of that is, okay, it's just polyfill for JavaScript for the common.js. Util, and I guess at some point somewhere it uses, does require? No, okay, so it was saying it uses require util, right? But it actually doesn't. What about this? Symbol util permissify. So it actually seems to bundle it together, whatever it needs. So why does it complain? I guess it's a problem with the packager then, right? So theoretically this should work just fine. The only question is why does it complain? Okay, let's try to find that. Make sure dependencies only include the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's fine. If you do intend to use the dependency in the browser and dependencies does not actually use built-ins, you can add dependency to the optimize depths allow node built-ins option invite config.js. Okay, I think this option is actually from rollup. We just have to figure out, right, of course. DuckDuckGo does not do well when searching for obscure things like this. Okay, it seems like it's not even documented. Right, okay, let's see. So this is optimizer. How do I use that? And is there tests for that? No? Okay, let's see if I just search allow node built-ins in here. I mean, this is, this means that it is release candidate. This is why it is release candidate. So how the hell do I use that? Options allow node built-ins. Okay, optimizer. So what does this do? Okay, this is the options allow list of dependency. Oh, okay, so maybe I did it. Maybe my config was the wrong structure. Okay, no, white config.js. Right, so we're gonna fight the whites for a bit because, release candidates documentation is not exactly great. So, we're gonna handle that a bit. So, okay, so that means that this is a list of modules. So we say Discord.js, I assume. Okay, I guess now it shouldn't complain about the... Now it still complains. Or I guess, do you want the full name? Allow Node.js built-ins, Discord browser. Is that what you want? Like the full name of the thing that we import? No. Dependencies all include the optimize depths, allow nodes. Yeah, this is exactly what I have here, right? How does this work? Okay. Right, so we got this allow node built-ins. Where is it used? I do not see anything. So deopt options. Where do we use that? Options. There we go. Include, exclude, link. Config optimize depths. Yeah, okay. Option. So we need. Wait a second. It's not used anywhere, is it? Don't allows node dependency. No. But it basically starts. So it should ignore node built-in stuff. But I don't see it used anywhere in the code. That is what's weird. Okay, there's the build. But that is only in the... I guess the build might be run during the compilation as well. Okay, so there's allow list, right? Importing dep, allow list, allow dep. Okay, so basically this should happen. Okay, I assume then it should be the whole thing discord.js/browser. Which, here's the question. Hey Gregors, welcome to the stream. Hey Memphis, welcome to the stream. All right, that's why I don't like CLEs. Well, I mean, it's not a problem of CLEs, it's just a problem of absence of documentation that actually explains stuff, right? So what if we import the webpack? What was the file again? Let's try to import the webpack thing, Discord main.js, like the direct file. So maybe that works. No, don't close that. Okay, so far we've been fighting the whites, which I guess is expected since it's release candidate. Yep, that, okay. Optimize depths, allow node built-ins, and then you should include that dependency in here. That's exactly what we did, right? Okay, what if I don't really get, so it seems to check by the full, like, a dependency. Nope. If we do that, it still fails, right? Yeah, okay, so it doesn't seem like it even reads it. Byte config.js, we do have it. Allow node built-ins. I mean, we could obviously tap into Vite and see node modules Vite. Let's just monkey patch it and see why it doesn't understand the list. So, this node clear. Okay, this is the binary. That's not what we need. That was in the build file optimizer. Yeah, I mean, we can just do that, right? Nope, not that. What was the name of it? Allow list. Allow, no, yeah, there we go. We can just search for that. Index.js, there we go. There it, no. That's really? Uh-huh. It's not, wait, what? Am I using the older version of Vite? Is it just not released or something? Is that the problem? Okay, double check the, that is a really good idea. Usually let's double check the version. So we're using Vite 1.0 RC1. And the one here is, where's the releases? No releases published. Let's have a look at the commits. And RC2, RC3. Okay, so we are definitely save dev Vite. I guess I can just install the latest one, right? So that should be okay. So we're just using the outdated Vite. And if I use the latest one, that should actually fix it. Check package JSON in repo. I mean, I don't need to check it, right? Because I know. There we go. So we were using the 2 versions. Well, no, that's not what I wanted. We were using the 2 versions older than the latest one, basically. There we go, RC3. That should be a lot nicer. What is wrong now? Discord browser. So let's do that. Browser. No. Okay, are we... All right, it still complains about it. Okay, but we're getting closer. So we got RC3 now. Probably should npm install Vue. Was it Vue 3? I guess, right? So because, whoa. Make sure dependency. Hey, wait a minute. What? I'm trying to install stuff. What do you mean? Oh, no target. 3.0. Come on, there's gotta be some version. New info Vue. Next. Ah, right. I can just do npm install Vue next. Right. I keep forgetting that there's a tag. Yes, there's a tag next that I keep forgetting about. I mean, usually, most of the time, people also tag it with like the version number. But I guess the Vue guys opted to do that only for the latest stable version. Right, so we could, let's try the Webpack thing again. Where's my, there we go. Just paste that from history. Let's import that over here. And, tell me, are you working right now? Nope, still failing. Okay. Node modules, right, let's have a look at this. So, yes, let us find this, and it still is not used anywhere. What? Wait, what? Are we? Oh, it didn't. No. What? Why is it RC1 here? Okay. You know what? npm install. There we go. Just remove the node modules folder and npm install everything from scratch. Lothet Vin V shortcut. Yes, I use it a lot. All right, there we go. We got the version 3 now. Please, it's still not used anywhere. Was it? No, it definitely was not added. Oh, the what? So it actually should have been also in version 1, it seems, right? Allow node built-in. Yeah, it seems like it should have been in version 1 too. What is going on? Features, yeah. So, okay, it was in beta 7. Did it get deprecated somewhere along the line? It's just nobody told me? Like, what? Oh boy, okay. Why is this so... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna fight that. I'm just gonna be lazy. I'm gonna kill that. I'm gonna kill that. And I'm gonna npm rm discord.js. And there we go. That's fine. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into index.js and just use the source to just insert the damn thing manually, because it just doesn't want to work for some reason. So we got the assets, we got the public folder, right? So I'm just gonna say discord min.js here. I know that's not, you know, the best way obviously to do that. Yes, skip the tokenization, skip the formatting, that's fine. All right, and we're just gonna say probably a good idea to put it somewhere here. Scripts. We don't need type. We can just say /discord min.js. I assume this is gonna work. Okay. At least tell me we're running now. There we go. Okay. So are we? That took way longer than I wanted it to take. Right, so where's our DevTools? And buffer is not defined. Discord min. Okay, so there are errors there. So why is this? Is Discord lying to us? Are they not working in the browser? Version min.js, rather than... Okay, well, here's the question. Discord client, is that available? Will it actually work? Discord? No, okay, so it fails. Did I just pick the wrong file? That might screw all of my plans essentially. So let's try version 12, for example. Take this whole thing, take it here, paste it here, save it. Hey, Transducer, welcome to the stream. All right, oh, got it formatted and everything. Well, that's fine. No, it's not actually fine. I want it to be... no, wait a second. Save without formatting. There we go. Please just don't format anything. Are we working now? No, it's still... Buffer is not defined. Where do you find buffer in there? Buffer is buffer. Okay, yeah, that's definitely some node code. Not sure why it's triggered, but okay. So Discord, let's see, JS browser. There may be a compiled version or something already for that, because it doesn't seem to be working at all, which is mildly annoying. How can I import things? Discord, blah, blah, blah. Web dashboard for Discord. Yes. This is exactly what we're trying to do. The only question is, you can change your port. What are you asking to help? Blah, blah, blah. Restify, Express. Socket.io. Here's my code. Okay, this is all server side. This is something else. Okay, so this is the same thing. There's a tree webpack. How good is Bytes? I mean, so far it's been working fine. We haven't actually tried that much of it yet. But, okay, how the hell do you... So they have the web builds. But they don't seem to be working at all. Is it like relies... Oh, I guess maybe it relies on the webpack polyfills. But the builds should be working anyway, right? Which... Do you want type text JavaScript? Is that what you're missing? No, that shouldn't matter, right? Because I think it uses the type text JavaScript by default. Buffer is not defined. Yeah, okay. Why the what? I'm curious. So if I go and say simple server, where's my alias? Python is not found. Why do I not have alias simple server? Okay, let's try. I assume it is the same with Python 3, right? No, it's not. Okay. Well, what was it? npx serve, I think, right? No. Damn it. npm serve or something. What was the command? Was it just serve? Yes, it was just serve. So I confusing things. Serve. Okay. I mean, it's not really like fast refresh, but it does seem to be working pretty well. All right, so we got that localhost 3000. What do we actually get here? We should get the root folder. What is going on? Hello. Okay. Cannot find the required Excel binary. What the hell is that? Okay, sure. Let's install the Excel, whatever that does. All right, come on. Yep. Why is it so... What is going on? Does it work now? No, it doesn't. Okay, it just fails. All right. Interesting. Serve. There was another package that was pretty straightforward to use. Grunts now, super test, SSH, ST. Why is serve not working? It was always working fine for me. Oh my god, okay. We're breaking all the things today. Yeah, pretty much. Nothing works. Live server. Says port 5000. But I mean, it says port 5000 after it fails, right? But let's try 5000. Why not? This work? Oh, there we go. It works. Okay, Discord. Right. So it fails now. So if I try to use the Discord here from public and then reload. Okay, so it's still the same error. So it's definitely it doesn't. Oh my god, why is this so? Oh no. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm very confused right now. So this is supposed to be Webpack builds for the browser, but they don't work. And I'm honestly not sure what to do with that. That's a bit disappointing. We could obviously do another server, but I would prefer to stick to the client only, basically, and just not fiddle with server. Like, we already spent too much time doing that. I still don't understand why it doesn't work from the rollup, because the divide feature that it says is there is not there when you npm install it for whatever reason. Okay, what else could we do here with Vue 3? Let me think for a second. So, okay, Discord doesn't work, which is unfortunate, but see, so we got white. I still need these docs, even though they are not exactly completely precise, but that's fine. So we're gonna GraphQL. Let's go GraphQL APIs list. Yes, there we go. I already looked that up for other things. List GraphQL APIs, commercial tools. Okay, yeah, let's just go here. So we got the list of public GraphQL APIs. And we'd use the buffer polyfill. That's an option. That's an option. Let's, you know what? Let's try that. Discord. So that was the Webpack thing. That is actually a really good suggestion. So buffer polyfill browser. That probably exists, right? Buffer module from node in the browser. Right. So npm install buffer. Okay, sure. Let's do that. That's a good suggestion. Somehow I completely slipped my mind. Okay, standalone scripts. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just take the standalone script, right? Bundle run buffer. I guess we can just go in pkg buffer, right? That's probably exactly what we want. Okay, this is not minified. Is there a build version? No, they're not. Okay, I guess let's just take this and try buffer min.js. Gonna be doing a lot of unbundled code today. Script type text JavaScript. Sometimes I can type. So one is gonna be buffer min.js, right? And the second one is gonna be Discord min.js. If I could only type. There we go. Okay. Right. npm run dev. I also didn't need to install it, but whatever. There's a Rick and Morty API. Sure that oh yeah, see. Oh, are we working? Discord is not defined. Wait a second. What? So you did load all the scripts, or we got the client view. Yeah, what? main.js, where is my Discord import? I did save it, right? So there we go. There's text JavaScript. Is that correct? Let me just kill that. Oh, god damn it, source. Yep, I completely cannot type. There we go. That's what it should say. And reload, and buffer is not defined. Okay then, so, but buffer polyfill is here, right? So we got this buffer polyfill wait a second, where's my sources? So this thing should window this, oh, it's the buffer in lower, so it expects the buffer to be the uppercase buffer, I guess. Means we need to do this. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. All right, I mean, you asked for it, so there we go. Window buffer equals window buffer. So that. All right, there we go. Now we got the Discord. Finally, all right, so that fixed it. So we had to polyfill the buffer, and then after polyfilling the buffer, we had to reassign it to the buffer with uppercase because polyfill uses the lowercase for some reason. Which is fine. So now we actually have our Discord client here. Which I guess let's rename. So let's rename our component first and say let's call it config, right? Config Vue.js, there we go. And then this is gonna be this is gonna be config. So message, we don't care about the message here. Is just gonna be, why are you complaining here? Template would requires exact. Oh yeah, right. So this is one of the major changes in Vue. Vue 3 now supports fragments, which means you no longer have to wrap everything into one div as you used to do in the old React before it supported fragments. So you can now actually just position components next to each other, and that is perfectly valid. But our ESLint doesn't really know about that yet, so it complains about the syntax. We should probably disable that, but I'm too lazy to do that, so we're going to just leave it at that. All right, so we got the config thing. Let us see. So what do we have? Name, config. We don't need any props. We do not care any data. We did a tutorial, use Strapi with Vue. I mean, I already did a tutorial on Strapi, so it's basically the same, but just with a Vue instead of React in the front end, right? So I don't think that's interesting, basically. All right, input type text. No, I guess password is what we want, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, so we got the input, we got the value. Let me, I don't remember how to do inputs. Okay, so first of all, we don't need that huge logo here. Might as well kill that. All right. Yes, config. What are you complaining about? Edit, hello world, JS. Oh, I guess we need to reload. There we go. Okay, so we got the config. So what we want is, let's go with label. And then this is gonna be a Discord key, right? Token is what it's called. It's gonna be password, right? So what we need is two-way bindings. I don't remember anything in Vue, so you're gonna see me rediscover most of the things here. So template syntax, computed properties, and what conditional random. Wait a second, there had two-way bindings somewhere. So there's the oh yeah, they have the new reactivity thing, I think. Where did they have the thing? I think it was property components or something. What is wrong with my internet? Is it my internet or is it just the Vue site is not that fast? Okay, so we got the data, we got this. Header and center. Yeah, okay, this is not what we want. Let me just make it bigger, I guess. ID, okay, this is computed properties. This is not what we want. Class and style bindings, conditional rendering, event. Oh, form input. Yeah, there we go. This is what I want. V model. Okay, so is it just the same as, yeah, so I guess it's the same as the old one, right? So you just got the V model. Thank you, Simo, for reminding me of that. And I guess here we just say message. Oh, I mean, it shouldn't be message, should be token, right? Yeah, let's call it token here. And we can just say, just to test, do that. Theoretically. Yep, that works as expected. Okay, now here's the question. How do I tap into the changes? Is there like use effect or something to trigger value bindings? Basic usage, modifiers, lazy number trim, V-model with components. So I guess the reactivity is what we want. Hey Artem, welcome to the stream. Artemi. Okay, so mounted, but it's not really mounted, or does it? Like, I mean, I guess technically it would be unmounted, but there's got to be a better way of doing that, right? Okay, so they use. All right, so they now use proxies for reactivity. Question is proxy object watchers. All right, so yes, there's a bunch of stuff blocked, so let me just permit everything. Now, but that's not exactly what we want, right? So we want to basically react. All right, there's the reactive thing. Okay. How do I use that? Is there a tutorial for this? Basic reactivity APIs. There we go. All right, so we got reactive, okay. And we got watch effect. Oh, nice, okay. How do I use that in the state? The top state reactive is reactive, okay, blah, blah, blah. Right, so this is, I think this is new for Vue. Basically, basically Vue 3 will use the proxy API, which means it's not going to be working in Internet Explorer 11 or anything earlier. But it does give you some cool things. So, okay, so this is how we set it up. How do we use it in our state? Shallow state, yeah, okay. Data. Okay, so how do I do that with the data? View create app data, props VM, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Watch emits. Okay, where was it? So there's the basic reactivity, refs computed and watch. So how do I use it for state? It's like I get it, so you can mark anything as reactive, and then you can even mark it as read only, which is kind of cool. But how the hell do I actually watch it later on? Or state reactive. Okay, I am a bit confused. Copy state. Right, so I know that there is now this setup function, right? Hey man, sorry, I don't know how to read your name, but welcome to the stream. I am doing pretty good. All right, so let's try this. So we got that, right? So we can import. I think we don't need those two, so we only need reactive and this, and then we can say setup, right? Which will say, okay, so we have our state, which is reactive, and is going to be token. It's going to be this. Now, I don't really... Do I just say... Oh, whoops, that is wrong. Just say this state equals state. Is that what you want? Like, would that work? Is this working? No, it is. Okay, reload that. No, it is not. Okay, state is not defined. Okay. Value ASD, unnecessary. Oh yeah, right. I should not have value binding over here. That is true. That's actually pretty helpful. My name is Vasil. Well, Vasil, welcome to the stream. Saudi Arabia, nice. The whole paradigm changed. Well, not completely Kepler, but yeah, it is. Some of the things are quite different. Okay, so, right. So how the hell do I get this reactive API to be assigned to the state now? Is there an example somewhere? So we got the refs, yeah, so they have now refs the same as React does, which is also nice. Computed properties and watch. Okay, global API, right? So wait a second, let's just set up, right? So there we go, composition API setup. Yeah, the cool thing is that you can actually compose things using those setup and other APIs, and you return stuff. Okay, so if you return things, where does this go? And you can also return compose things. I think you should return from setup. Okay, so but like, right, okay, fine. Let's try. Return state. So where does this returns? This is the question. Component option that is executed before the component is created. Once the props are resolved and serves as entry point for composition API. Okay, so what does this do? Example with templates. So reader's number. Oh, okay. So you literally just return it. You no longer need to define the data. Is that I'm getting this correctly? Property token was accessed during render, but is not defined on instance. Right. Okay. So that doesn't seem to be working. Oh, right. Because I'm an idiot. Because that should be state token, right? There we go. And yeah, right. We're getting there. Okay. There we go. We're working now. Okay, so this is a lot more functional. This is like a lot more React-y, I guess, which is kind of cool. But the good thing is that we now can use where did I have that thing with basic reactivity API? We had the watch effect thing, right? And watch effect probably should be imported from here. Yep, and which means that here, let me just format this real quick. We can just say state token. So basically token changed, right? So theoretically, if I understand how this works correctly, as soon as the token changed, we should see the console log here. Hey Sonny, welcome to the stream. It's going pretty good. We're finally, you know, getting through things. Yep, that works exactly as expected. Holy shit, that is a pretty good API. Like I'm liking that. All right, so we got this thing. So now we know when the token changes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say local storage set item token to our state token. And I'm just gonna throw it into the local storage. Okay. And I guess, no, maybe that's not exactly what I want. We don't actually care about that here, right? So what we do want is methods. And let's create save token. Okay, well, that's cool that it works, but we don't actually need that. Now that I'm thinking, this is not really what I want at all. Okay, fine. That was completely unnecessary, but now we know how reactivity works, which is good for us. So maybe we'll remember that next time we need it. So I'm just going to go back to having a token here. Okay, so we're gonna back here. So we're gonna have this token thing, and save token is gonna say local storage. Set item token to our this token. I assume this is exactly how you access that. Right, and here instead of saying, okay, we're gonna have button that says save. And I believe it was V on click, if I remember correctly. We're gonna say save token. Okay. Right, so we got that now. Reload this just to be sure. If I click save, we should now have the local storage. We should have token that is set to ASD. Cool, that works exactly as expected. Yep, all right. Which means that now we can actually create the new client for Discord, right? That uses this token. Once we, I guess we can, what we can do is, I mean, again, I'm going to be lazy and I'm just going to include the, I'm just going to take the Tailwind because this is my preferred framework and just throw it in as a link because I'm lazy. The installation, where is the, yes, there we go. There's the CDN. Just throw it in here and use it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it's a dev class flex. Okay, this, and then flex column. All right, so that should, okay, yeah. So we need to style this a bit. Let's just take something from here. Station, overview, simple inputs, forms. There we go. I'm just going to steal something from here because the official docs have a very nice... All right, I think I'm also doing this wrong. I think it should be like this, right? So I'm just going to steal the whole damn form because why not? Okay, and then for input, we want something like that. Come here. All right, save that. All right, there we go. We got our app. Not exactly what I wanted. Let's see. So what do we have here? Let's say we got padding 4 or something. That looks a bit better. And then button. So let's take a button from here. That also looks very nice. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, come on. I know I can copy this, maybe. All right, there we go. All right, this. All right, cool. So now we have decent form here. Discord token. So maybe label can be a bit... yeah, enter Discord token to get started. Let's do this. Placeholder Discord token. What is wrong with the chat again? Try the skeleton for those demos. I like Tailwind a lot more than, well, pretty much any other framework. I don't remember. I think I've seen Skeleton at some point. But the thing about Tailwind is that it makes it extremely easy to customize just about anything. Like, yes, it is a lot more classes, but the utility of it is just mind-blowingly good. And this is exactly why I'm using it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a larger text here, and this looks pretty good. Okay. Save and start client is what we want to say. Right? Okay. Skeleton, pretty basic CSS. I mean, Tailwind is also pretty basic CSS, let's be honest here, but again, you know, I think the selling point of Tailwind for me is the utility. You can literally do anything with it, which is pretty damn amazing. Okay, so we got this thing. Let's create the new component, which we call dashboard, for example. Just gonna copy this whole thing here, paste it here. Let's call it dashboard. Name dashboard. We don't need data here. We don't need methods here. Gonna do that. And yes, import dashboard from components dashboards.view. Yeah, I cannot type. Okay, and then we got the dashboards, and then we render dashboard here. The if something, we got to figure out what. So we got as, let me think. So we need return, say has token, right? And by default, it's going to be false. Okay. Has token. All right. So this theoretically should work. We still should see this thing. Now we need to communicate from our config. We need to trigger the parent function. How do I do that? Component registration, custom events, props, custom events. That sounds like a nice thing. So this emits my event. My events do something. There we go. This is perfect. So we can just say add my events do something on our config, right? So add token saved. And here we're just gonna say methods on token. Gonna be very straightforward, and we're just gonna say this has token equals true. That's literally all we're gonna do. Okay, I screwed something up. What is wrong here? Why are you not happy? What am I doing wrong here? Expected semicolon. Oh, right. This is what I'm doing wrong, and now that should be fine. There we go. Okay, and then here, okay, this should be on token, and then token save event should be dispatched from config. Should say this $emit token save, right? Myself use Tailwind and love it. Skeleton is for prototyping because it's targeting HTML tags. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind spending a few more seconds using Tailwind because it's typically just, you know, nicer to use. There we go. There's the dashboard. And we also need to do that, right? So we render this if there's no token, reload that, ASD. Perfect. Okay. Now here's where we come in as the setup function. As const has token, we're gonna need it from local storage. Get item token, right? And length. So basically, if the token is non-zero, there we go. So now we immediately fall into the dashboard if we have any token set up, and if we refresh that, cool. So we now got that. So this works. Now we need Discord. Why is the chat not scrolling today? This is so annoying. So no store for this. We don't really need any store yet. We're gonna see. So the thing is, I think the Vuex should already be available for Vue 3, but like I don't know if I want to spend time connecting it right now. So we're gonna just roll with that for now. So Discord token. Yes, Google, please. I remember there was a page like Discord developer page or whatever. So we're gonna jump in there and getting a Discord token bot. There we go. That's perfect. Click here. Okay, there we go. Developer portal, new application, test bot. Test BxJS bot, let's call it this way. Create, yes. Okay, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Client ID, secret. How do I get a token? Blah, 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 blah. So we created the bot. Client ID. Copy client ID. Paste the link into your browser and give it. It will give you the page that looks like this. Okay, so if I copy that. No, that's wait a second, what? Copy client ID. Oh, there's the, I see, okay. So we need to invite the bot into our server. Your client ID, okay. Oath application does not have a bot. I'm sorry, what? Oh, right, okay. Of course. I should probably add a bot for. Oh, there's a token. Okay, cool. So got the token. And then we got to reload that. Yes, select server to add it, BxJS, authorize. I am not a bot, definitely. There we go. Okay, so now in our Discord server, there we go. There's our test BxJS bot just showed up. Great. So we can copy this token. We can throw it in here. We can save it. And now we can basically work with that, right? Okay, cool. So we no longer need config. We no longer need the app. We need the dashboard. Okay. So here's the thing. First thing first. So we need, what do we need? We need the setup, I guess, right? So the setup is our function that is going to get token from local storage. Get item token. And then we're going to say that we need to initialize the bot, for which we are going to go into the Discord Discord.js. Where is the Discord.js? There we go. It is not exactly the ranking I would prefer, but that's fine. All right, so we got the client. We do that. That is not what I want. All right, so whoops. No, what is happening? No, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. All right. So, right, so there we go. There's the setup. I assume the setup is only executed once, right? So let's see. Yeah, invalid token, that's fine. We're not using it yet. So let's see the setup docs. Component option that is executed before the component is created once the props are resolved. Okay, so it might not have token yet. They're like a mounted or something. A mount, okay. Yes, getting the token on mount would probably be a better idea. No, wait, what? Mount? Lifecycle hooks mounted. Right, there we go. Called after the instance has been mounted. Yeah, okay, so this is exactly what we want. So we want this happen on mounted. So once we're mounted, we're going to get the token. Get token from local storage. Gonna create new clients. Discord clients, sure. That and login, and this is gonna be token. And now I'm gonna say that this client is client, right? So because we need to access the client somehow later on. All right, so theoretically, there we go. So we are logged in, and what does it else do on message? Content ping. Question is, which channels does it listen? So let's, hey, you know what? Let's just change it a bit. So just do that. Console log message content. Now what? Content? No. If only I could type. All right. So we got that. Where's our bot? Reload that. And it is not triggering it after reload. Interesting. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so I guess it just takes a few seconds to actually connect to Discord, which makes perfect sense. Hey, tests BxJS bots. And it actually does get it. Cool. So we got the user. Obviously, there's a Discord format for user mentions that you got to resolve. I remember diving into that, but it actually works. Okay. So sure, let's do this. Okay, so let's say that we have, let's use the setup here just for the sake of it. We're gonna have our messages, right? It's gonna be an array. We're gonna see what else I'm gonna put in there, but for now it's just gonna be messages. Let's just do some styling here real quick. Class, so text, I guess 3XL. It's fine. Div class flex. So I wanted to be flex column as well. And then here, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna say, or whenever we get the message, we're just gonna say this messages push message, right? And then here it's gonna be messages map message to let's say div JSON string if what string. How do you actually do that? I remember that you couldn't actually do that in the Vue 2. So I had right, you cannot do that in the Vue, right? This is not how you do iterations unless they changed it. I remembered that. Okay, wait a second. So least rendering. There we go. This is what we want. I assume it's still more or less the same, right? Yeah, the V4 thing. So this is what I remember as well. Mapping V4. Okay, is there any other way to do that now? Doesn't really seem so. Okay, so still the same way of doing things. Okay, cool. All right, sure, let's do that. Okay, so yeah, I mean we're gonna do the div, and this is gonna be div message in messages. JSON stringify message, right? So this should theoretically, did I do it correctly or are there any errors? Expected token. Okay, I screwed something up. What did I screw up? Div has no special meaning at all, represents all children. Oh yeah, there should be the key thing. That is true. It was in one of the examples somewhere here. Key item ID, there we go. I honestly don't know which. I think probably it is ID. Okay. Is this? Yes, it is from livestream. All right, cool. Right, so it failed because prototype key is called an incompatible receiver object. The what? What does it even mean? Hey me, welcome to the stream. Every time, goddammit. Your username, man. Just okay. Anyway, I think I screwed something up, so let me just do that. I think console log msg. So the thing is, reload that, wait for connect. Come on, connect now. They didn't change the API, they just rewrite the core and not the composition API. Okay, I see. Interesting. Gonna check that one out today. Yes, the video is gonna be up soon. Why am I saying this in video? Yeah, video should be up immediately after stream as usual. Okay, there we go. There's our thing. So that is a pretty big object. Okay, we do have ID, which is great, but we don't actually care about all the other things, right? So what we care about is ID. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna store this as global and then just say copy temp1. And so that I don't murder our rendering, I'm just gonna say JSON. There we go. All right, so we got Control Z. That's all right. Message in messages. Message ID is the key, and then here we're gonna render message. So what is there's the content, and there's the clean content, whatever that means. They're like author name or something. I guess it doesn't actually have author name. I guess only author ID. I remember it was a pain in the ass to look at their API and be like resolving the people and so on and so forth, which was annoying as hell. But anyway, we're just gonna go with the content then, and we're gonna go with, where is the timestamp? There we go. Okay. Message, create a timestamp. So this should be that. To locale string. And then span this thing. And okay, this closed, and then this. Okay, so let's make this text sm. What do I do? It's text. What did we use in the config that was like a grayish thing? Gray 700s. Maybe 700 is too much. Maybe let's try like 500 or something. And then this is gonna be text text base, I get. No, maybe text large. And that looks fine. So if I save that, will it actually? No, it does. So it loses the state. So this is not fast refreshes in React because it does lose the state. That's still fine because we are waiting for stuff to happen. Okay, so this is going to be flex, and we're going to add some padding. That looks fine. And then I guess item center just to make it nice. Whoops, that is many things. All right, maybe we should persist the messages as well, but that's fine for now. So let me think for a second. So I need to send something, another test message to bots. Go. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're getting there. So let me just quickly adjust this here. So we got that. What was you have the item center, and what was the other one? Flex center. Line content. Justify center, was it? No, not justify center. Where is it? Line items. Start. Yes. No, yes. Item center. Okay, so that should be fine. Why is it not aligning them well enough? Anyhow, that doesn't really matter. I guess the sizes of them don't match. Yes, it is Tailwind. So let me think. So what I want is add some padding here or margin to the right side, I guess. There we go. That's a bit nicer. Maybe if I do them to divs. That's okay. Why are you X item center, right? So why are you not aligning them with center? That is okay. Maybe you gotta justify. Is it justify? No, but justify is the middle. I wanted like the vertical centering, which is should be item center. But oh man, my CSS knowledge is garbage. Like I still don't understand how I managed to do any markup with CSS. Anyhow, that's not a big problem. You know what I can do is I can just I think this, yeah, this is a bit better, but it's still not centered for whatever reason. You know what, it's fine. I can just add margin right and we're gonna be good. So let me think. MR2, there we go. Vertical on all white space. No, not on all white space of the page, just within the one div. There is. Okay, someone joined, but I guess the message is missing. Interesting. How is the message missing? Clear contents. There is none. Flags, mentions, reactions, attachment. Okay, I guess this is like a special case. So I guess what we want to do is we want to ignore those, right? So if message contents length more than 0, then we do that. Save this. Okay, so we got this thing going. Right. This is the old thing. Okay, cool. We got this. Okay. I guess we can just probably turn that into something like border 1 or whatever, and then have this thing h2 here saying that this is latest messages. Okay. So just do that. That should be, yeah, I mean, that's ugly as hell, but that's fine. Okay, text to Excel, font bold, margin 2 or something. Okay, cool. Check the div heights. The parent should have a specific height. No, but the parent doesn't really need to have specific height, I think. Like, it should theoretically align him. Whatever, like, I don't want to fight CSS right now. I'm really bad at it, and this is gonna take like half of the stream as well. We're already way over the hour now, so okay, what I wanted to do is, so we got this latest messages thing, another test, right? So we got this thing now, so we got the messages. Now let's add the REPL, I guess, right? So this was kind of the whole point here, is gonna have this flex here. That is gonna have, I'm gonna go to the tailwind and go to text area. No, what? Yeah, text area, right, is what we want. Text transform forms. They had an example somewhere, I think. So we can just copy it from there, or maybe not. Okay, you know what? I can just take inputs. Take an input here, throw it in here, and say that this is a text area. And then it should be closed. Placeholder code. Terrible placeholder. Don't need type text. Don't need ID here. I mean, theoretically, we of course want all of that, but that's fine. Okay, how does that look? Red. Why is it red? I guess because, yeah, okay. We don't need that. I can probably collapse this, right? It's going to give us a bit more space. There we go. All right. Someone wrote, yo, Tim, Kepler, hello, you are everywhere, my man. You have to use justify in the container. But justify is the centering, right? I want the vertical centering, not the horizontal. Anyway, again, don't want to spend too much time on that. So, okay, margin top 4. Let's just space it around. Padding 2. That should make it a bit nicer. There we go. So it does retain the state so long as you don't touch something. Like, I don't understand how that works. Right now, it actually does retain the state. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Refresh the page. I mean, if I refresh the page, I will obviously lose everything, but that's not what we want. Okay, backgrounds, gray, so we don't want that actually. There we go. Okay, now here's the deal. So what do we want here? We want to write stuff for the client, which is, the question is what we can actually try out. So I want to see what can we do. We can send messages probably, right? Events, chart, role, user. Can user client. Okay, yeah, so this is the how you get the users. How do you... I wonder like what kind of REPL can we actually use here, because I'm not even sure. So you can get the channel, we can send it to channel. How do I get current channel? Client. So we got the client, right? So this is our thing. Channel. Oh yeah, you know what? We could probably, that's a nice way. So we could probably return, just execute whatever you say. Ah, I see you already. Yeah, that's actually a good question. It seems like it sanitizes the Vue sanitizes the output. So I guess by default. Not rendering GIFs. That's not working out. But okay. Anyway, let's see. So yeah, we probably should give this thing the maximum height, because otherwise it's gonna grow indefinitely. Max h. What was the max height? Max height. Max height full, max height screen. Okay, it doesn't actually have anything in... Right, you have to customize it to give it half of the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that... where is it? This thing is style. Max height. 50 v height. Okay, there we go. And oh yeah, right. Should probably add the overflow auto. There we go. Okay, cool. So this is now working. All right, so here's the deal. What we're gonna do with the code thing is, this is gonna be our code thing, and then this is gonna be output, right? So let me think for a second. Class flex. Gonna have another div here and div here, and then here. I guess this could be like h3 or something. Text Excel, and then we could say that this is font semi-bold. And then here is going to be div, and then here is going to be output, and we also need to define that output. I personally like this way of defining state a lot better than the previous one. Also, the fact that you can actually make it reactive is also quite nice. Okay, if I save that, we did lose the state. Okay, and I should probably do this. They have a shortcut for deleting words only. Control backspace is what, or control deletes is what deletes the word, right? Like, if you didn't know that, then use that. Like, control with everything, control shift, control backspace, control deletes, selects, or deletes the whole word. No more data. No, I mean, it's just reset the thing because I modified the, oh boy, Beard 3.0. Well, I mean, yeah, technically correct. All right, anyhow, so what we need here is we need a button as well, right? So button executes. Okay. And I'm gonna copy the button style from our old button over here. Right, and we probably can copy the whole thing. Whoops. Let me think, paste that here. Execute code. Oh yeah, we also need the model here, code. Right. Yeah. So there's gonna be codes, output, there we go. All right. We're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. Okay, so we're gonna have methods now, right? And one of them is going to be execute code. Right, this is not a function. That is this thing, and this is a function. Console log execute. So for now, I'm just going to say this code, right, is what we want to do. Okay. I'm currently working on a project in Vue, and after I finish, I never like to use Vue again. I don't see what is needed when you have Angular. UX is meh. I think it's a very, you know, it all comes down to preferences. Like I personally cannot stomach Angular at all. So I would pick Vue over Angular any time of the day. But, you know, if you think Angular works better for you, then just go for it. There's nothing wrong with Angular. Okay, so we got this thing and we want outputs to, let's just do this, right? So I'm just going to assign the Vue output to codes. There we go. This works. But again, you know, I'm a React guy, so I would take React over any other framework any time of the day. But it is very subjective. Like there are some cases where, you know, some of those might fit better, but 100 messages today on stream. Holy shit, guys, you are being chatty as hell today. And that is not counting the Discord. Hey, Malaf, welcome to the stream if you are watching this. Okay, where's my... Oh, yeah, I guess I refreshed this again. Anyway, right, so what do we want to do actually with the code? So I want to eval the codes, but in a sandbox and with the client passed in. There was a way to do that if I remember correctly. So let me just... Yes, eval code sandbox. Wasn't there like a Realms proposal or something that that allows to do that? Yeah, because it's not 4 a.m., so lots of people are awake. Well, that, you know, it depends on where in the world you are. I'm pretty sure somewhere in the world it is 4 a.m. right now. Okay, sandbox of safety, semi-sandboxing codes. Right, so I remember seeing like a polyfill for that somewhere, but does anyone remember what was the name of it? Was it Realms or something? Realms? Was it Realms? 5 p.m. here. Yes, 5 p.m. here as well, as you can see on my clock. Yes, 6 Realms API. Yes, this is... Wasn't there a polyfill for that somewhere already? ECMAScript spec. Realms shim. Yeah, there you go. This is what I'm talking about. I think this was the thing that I was looking for. There we go. There's the proposal. No, wait a second. Yes, and there is... It is currently stage 2. And there is a Realm object proto spec, blah, blah, blah. Where's my shim? Was it the one that was the first one? I think this one, the one, right? 10 a.m. here. I mean, good morning then. Just notice you are using Edge. I've been using Edge since they basically added the extension synchronization, because it is a better Chrome essentially for all intents and purposes. Okay, so we got this shim. Again, I'm gonna be very lazy. And is there a dist here somewhere? No, it doesn't seem so. I have to build it myself. There's really no dist. Dist realm. Okay, seems like there's no dist, so let's just okay, first of all, can it actually do what we want? So we create the realm. Then our global blah blah blah. We blah 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 intrinsic. Nah, okay. That seems overly complex. Okay. Let's see. JS sandbox browser eval. I remember seeing some module that did that, but holy shit if I remember the name of that. Safer eval. Was it safe eval or safe eval or something? Eval party size, blah, 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 code while true. I mean, I guess we can just run it and just don't care about the safety because, you know, it's kind of, we write the code anyway, so safer eval while true. Okay, so this basically catches infinite loops and stuff like this and allows passing things and gives you the result. Okay, maybe this is exactly what we want. Maybe this is the one that I've actually seen. I honestly don't remember. It's been ages since I've seen the package itself, but so this is ask yourself better an option for node check VM2. Okay, so this is the browser version, which is exactly what we want. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna install this safer eval, and we're just gonna use that. Okay, so I wonder, these work in ES modules, because if it's not going to work with, what do you call it, white, it's going to be a bit annoying. npm run dev. Are we running? Yes, we are running. Cool. So reload that. Everything, no errors so far. Okay, so how does it work? So where was the docs? There's the docs. Okay, so we can say that, where's the example? Save eval. Require save for eval. Yeah, okay, there we go. We can do that, right? So, which means that basically this is what we want to do with clients is equal to this client, because this is the only thing that is not exposed and literally the only thing we care. Console log result, just to log that. Okay, let's check if that blows up. So we should be able to get channels property, right? Client channels, execute. Okay, something went wrong. Method prototype entries called on incompatible. Oh. Okay, I guess, yeah, okay, I guess this is because, right. So, JSON stringify. Right, let's make it pretty. So I guess it's because it tries to render the JSON, but it just says, hey, I actually cannot do that. So clients channels, right? There we go, cache, okay. Right, so I guess it fails to stringify it for whatever reason, but that's fine. So what else can we get from the user, okay. Let's see if I do user. Yeah, that kind of works. I guess we want to wrap output in the pre actually, right? So this needs to be pre. What is wrong with it? Okay. Last name, text. What is the, wait a second, tailwind. Text alignment. Yes, I want text left, please. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. And then I want this to be a flex column. There we go. Even nicer. Okay. Panels. There we go. Now it works. Okay, so now it works as you expect. Cool. So we can actually get an eval code now. Totally not safe, but actually does work, which is pretty good. Here's the here's the question. Can I just do that? Wait a second. Edge error. And instead of doing that, so let's try rewriting that. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like this, right? So here is our basic execution that is done on user interaction. Let's try using this reactive thing from Vue and see if we can do it in a reactive. I mean, obviously it's completely unnecessary here, but I just want to try and see how that works. So we're gonna import reactive here from Vue, and we're gonna say that our code is reactive, right? Which means that we can now, what was the other function? Watch. What was it? Watch something. What was the name of it? Come on, refs, computed and watch. There we go. So we can either have computed property or we can have a watch, which I guess is used. Watch effect, yeah, though this is probably better. So we're going to have a watch effect thing here. And I'm going to import that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this watch effect to execute the code immediately, right? Here's the question. If I modify the output, so if I say that this is actually let, will that actually change anything? Yes, so this is watch effect. This allows you to react to changes to the reactive variable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, no, I assume this is not going to work, right? So I'm going to just, I guess I'm going to define the method that is called execute codes on change. This is a crossover episode. I mean, pretty much. So yeah, instead of doing that, I'm just gonna do try catch error, and then I'm gonna do the JSON stringify error. Okay, and then we are just gonna say that this execute on change. Okay. I think that should work. Cannot read execute on change of undefined. Oh, no, wait, that should... Can I not get the current instance from there? Interesting. Okay. So you cannot do that, actually. All right, so you don't... I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because it's executed before the component is created. So how do I guess I need to do that, right? So we assume that this is local variables. But that means we don't have access to client, which doesn't make sense. All right, okay, so this is a limitation here. Yeah, so basically you would have to design your component around that reactivity and around the... so basically we would need to set up the client in the setup here as well, and only then work with it. So assume that all variables are done in here. So it's like, it's two completely different paradigms of working with Vue, right? I see. Interesting. I mean, theoretically, we could have created a client somewhere else. I guess we can just do... so here's the thing. We don't actually need to do that. We can do this, right? Which means that then we can return a client here. Which means that in the mounted, we can just execute the login thing. Which is right. And then we can just do messages push. I think that should work. Question mark. Reloads. Client is a read-only non-configurable data property. Okay, so it tries to wrap all properties in... Right, so that's not going to actually work. So you cannot do that for complex... Well, okay, in our case, the solution is actually super straightforward. What we can do is we can just say, hey, our client is a top-level variable, and it's just going to be local to this scope. And, whoops, no, there we go, there's a client. And that's, I think that's it, right? So we got this client thing. Yeah. Oh, right, we cannot do that because this needs to be here. Okay, we're getting there. Are we working now? Okay, so this is connected now. Another test message. And that does nothing. Okay, so I guess, I guess this is where the reactivity comes in, right? So we'll wrap all of that into reactive. And reload that. More tests. No, that does not... How the hell does this work? Okay, so we can do a reactive thing. We can return it. States. I guess you cannot modify it in the setup. So it has to be the reference to this. Which means we have to do it here. Which means that we no longer care about this being reactive. Okay. Well, we're going to solve it at some point. Another test. That is the most exciting Discord server ever. No, it still doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? Oh, right. Because I probably was more tests. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I just was too quick. So this works as expected. Which means that now we should be able to react to this code changes. Can I do the watch effect? Wait a second. Can I do the watch effect over here? Effect. Console log. Code changed. Code. Will this work? Yeah, okay. So you can watch for changes not just in the setup, but this is basically a function that can react to any value changes in any other place of code, I guess. Hey, Dr. Pepper, welcome to the stream. Which means that we can watch it here and we can trigger This executes code immediate. How do you spell immediately? Is that correct? I guess let's call it try execute code because I don't know how to spell immediately. All right, and try catch error, and then we're gonna output the error here. Right. Okay. So we eval that, and then we're gonna say clients. Nice. Okay. Now we got immediate. This is pretty damn cool, to be honest. The fact that you can do that and it actually works, holy shit. Like, this is pretty awesome. I like that. You're gonna have used a watched or a computed function. That's fair enough. I could have used the computed function here as well and just make it a different property. Yeah, that should have worked. Yeah, that's actually a better option here. So instead of doing that, I guess we could just define it here, right? So where's the computed computed count value plus 1. Yeah, okay. So we can say that, so instead of watch, we can say that this is computed, right? And we can say that const say immediate output is computed, and it's going to be that. Okay, and instead of doing that, we just return. But we do the code here. Yeah, okay, that should work, right? And then we do this. I guess, yeah, I mean, still want my output for the manual execution, but I guess we can just do this and then render it just twice. There we go. Okay, I think that should work, right? Yeah. Reload that. Client. Nope, that does not work. I guess I did something wrong. Reactive use proxy and reflect built-in object under the hood. Yeah, I mean, that's what the doc said, right? So it uses proxy, which means the Vue won't be working on the older browsers. Hey, Fleister, welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's see. What did I do wrong? So I created this computed property that is trying to execute the code with the clients and then returns the stringified versions of that, catches the error, returns the error. And then I rendered it, but it didn't render for whatever reason. So why is that not working? What am I doing wrong? Computed count value. This is the ref. What if I do the watch effect count value? Is it only working with refs? Is that the thing? Takes a getter function and returns an immutable reactive ref object. Or the is it should be the dot value? Is that the problem? Is that what you want? Value of undefined. Can you understand this? Yes, you can. That still doesn't work. Okay. Does it compute it only works with refs? Is that what's happening here? What's happening? This section uses single file components, blah, 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 takes the function, returns an error. Alternatively, it can take object with get and set. I don't care about the getters. I just want to compute stuff. Doesn't seem like this is, so how, like, theoretically that should work, right? This is how computed properties work. Watch counts, count, previous counts, state counts, okay. Watch a single source, watch multiple sources. How do I actually produce anything as a result of that? Like, I had the impression that compute function would return the new computed value, right? But why does it not? Is it only works with refs? Is that the thing? It doesn't, it should be, means that code that doesn't sit, like, why? No, that doesn't feel right. Computed watch effect composition API. Right, so read only watch effect. Yeah. Reactive. Okay, is there any other examples of that? Computed. Computed and watch. There's two different things for this. Okay, computed. Here's the second one, which is somewhere else. Okay, computed values. Sometimes we need state that depends on other state. Yes, this is exactly what we need here. Computed properties. To directly create a computed value, we can use computed method, takes the getter function and returns an immutable active ref value. Okay. So it should return the ref, right? Which means that this dot value here should always be defined. Yeah, so why are you not happy about that? I'm importing the computed thing. Yes, from you. Okay, that looks fine. Why are you what? Takes a getter function, returns an immutable ref. Okay. Is it really only works with refs? Computed properties, standalone computed properties. Yeah, seems like it only works with ref, which is like weird. You want it to be reactive, right? Okay, then sure. I mean, let's try doing it as ref. But then that it just feels a bit weird. Okay, so we got this code as ref, which means here we need to say code value, right? Which means that in every other place we use code, we also need to say code value, which is here. And I think that's it. Okay, does this work? No. Can I read value of undefined? What do you mean value of undefined? Where is the value of undefined? Where is this coming from? Proxy render immediate. Oh, okay. So this thing is still. Why is it undefined? That shouldn't be the case, right? Code value. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's use optional chaining in this case, but this feels so weird. Does this work now? Okay, so reload that. There's our bot connected client. And cannot create a value on a string at... Okay, so what is going on here? Code value. Yeah, so why are you what? Am I using the refs wrong now? What is going on now? So ref computed, ref 0. Yeah, so we have the value there. We have we use the value. Seems like it should be working, but does anyone in the chat knows what I'm doing wrong here? We got the code as a ref, right? Then we got the computed from that ref that uses the value. And then we use the code.value everywhere else. So we bind it to the model. We use it here. I don't like what? And then also not a string. Okay. I mean, I assume refs are just not made to be bound to, right? So maybe, wait a second. Here's the question. Shouldn't you use dot value in the computed? I am using dot value in the computed. I'm just thinking that maybe reactive, wait a second. So there is the reactive, there's the reactive API, right? And read only, proxies, reactive, raw, mark raw, hello reactive. Computed, yeah, so the computed seems to be working only with refs, but in a strange way. No, that is. Let's try the get set syntax, maybe that will work. So we got this thing. We got the get syntax, right? And get is gonna be so what is get is the new value, and set, but I mean in our case we don't even need set, right? So this is our getter. Fine. So, and that doesn't work. Yep, that does not work at all. It's so weird. I don't get it. Like, it seems like it should be working just fine, but it just doesn't. We are using computed function. This is the right function, right? Yes, it is. So this should not be here. This should immediately be available. What if I do that? That doesn't do anything at all. Can read property value of undefined. Okay, that was the old error. Why are you... I don't get it. Okay. Why do you need computed? If it's reactive, it should update itself. Because what we are computing here is derived from that original code. I don't need to use it directly. I want to create the new property that is based on the result of what the user types. So I want to evaluate it and then print out the result. We already did that and it worked with the watch effect, but wait a second. Here's the question. What if I do this here? Get that this is weird, but maybe it will work if I put it into the... Okay, so let me just do this. We're gonna get... Well, no. That is too much. On this function. Okay. And reload this. It says during the render, not defined on an instance. Value cannot be made reactive. What do you mean cannot be made reactive? What is happening now? Is that the one that is because I'm using it not in the immediate output? Is that the thing? In the... why is it not working? So confused. Okay. But I mean, our watch effect worked fine, right? So we just do this and say just do that. And this works perfectly fine. So it's just the... The problem is with... It might be a bug. Like, there have been so many releases for the RC version that this might as well just be a bug. Now it works. So with watch effect, it works exactly as you would expect it to. Which, you know... I'm not sure what's happening, but you know what? Let's just leave it at that. It seems like a bug, really. I'm not willing to dig in further right now, but yeah. And there's some pretty cool things here. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing, and I'm probably gonna be using Vue quite a bit more once the 3.0 releases, because it does seem to have some interesting things. I'm curious to see how the ecosystem will evolve to account for all of that new features, and how much will they break or not break. That's a different question. Okay, let me just push all of that to GitHub. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or suggestions, guys, feel free to throw them into the chat right now. I'm gonna be copy pasting README now and creating repos and stuff. Building a simple Discord bots UI using Vue 3.0 RC. Public creates... Okay, I need a README. Nope. Okay, new file, README md. Right. Trying out Vue 3.0 RC by building Discord bots UI, I guess, right? I still don't know why I need 2 of those, but that's fine. Just for... let's try Vue 3.0 video. Okay, I need the link. Where is the link? The link should be in the Discord. There we go. The link. Okay. For description, small demo showing how to build a basic UI for browser-based Discord bots. Okay, and then we got Vue 3.0 and whoops, Discord.js. Okay, 1, that's 2. All right, so what do we need? Discord.js. And Vue 3 docs. Okay, I think that's fine. That's good enough. Close that, close this. Yep, that looks fine. Git adds git commit. Initial version, the very best commit message. Sign that, and now I just need to push that, right? Remote.origin, blah, blah, blah. And we are basically done. So, guys, if you have any questions or suggestions or things you want me to check out right now before I wrap it up, feel free to throw them into the chat right now. If not, then that's basically it. So, as usual, you can find all the code on GitHub. And if you have any questions, join the Discord and just chat. That's basically it from my side. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have any more questions or suggestions. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. I hope you learned something new. Vue 3 looking up pretty damn cool. I'm interested to see the final version without any problems and maybe with slightly better documentation. But yeah, it's been pretty nice. So there we go. That was Vue.js version 3.0. Thank you guys very much for watching and see you next time. Bye.